What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival, and today I want to break down Gun Trip's wide receiver drag. If I was starting over with an air raid offense of some sort, this would be one of my staple concepts. So let's break it down. Here you see we're on the right hash. Now the first thing I want you to do is motion your far left receiver, your number one receiver, to the right. Believe it or not, with this formation, you can motion this receiver inward. It makes a big difference, especially against zone. We'll cover that a little bit later. But first, I want you to motion that guy right before you snap the ball. After you snap the ball, if you see both safeties come up, go over the top to your post route. Feel free to hot route to a go if you're not comfortable with the post route going over the top, because it can get a little congested, as we'll see here in a little bit. If you see anything else, a cover one, cover two, we'll go through the rest of our progressions, and we will start with the crossing route. After he makes his final cut, just throw it to him as hard as possible. Keep holding on to the button and let him handle the rest. Depending on the receiver, he can get good separation from his defender. If he doesn't get good separation, or if he's double teamed, or if he's just not the guy you want to throw to, the next guy we want to give the ball to is our number one receiver on the shallow route. Feel free to go to him. Now, I'll just warn you, sometimes he'll get good separation, sometimes he won't. It just kind of depends. I think it's safer to go to your crossing route instead. It's been more consistent for me in terms of the yards gained and of the separation. You can ignore the super slant route, I don't know what you want to call it. It's a little congested, as you can tell, with that and the post route. And I've thrown it to that plenty of times before, and I'm just not a huge fan of that route. But it's not a big deal. You got plenty of options besides him. Now let's look at see what we do against zone. Again, I want you to motion your X receiver to the right before you snap the ball. And after you snap the ball, we have a center beater, so I want you to look above your center to see if there's a hole there. If you see a hole, we want to go to the crossing route. It's no different than flanker cross out of gun wide trips in the previous tutorial video. You see a hole there, throw it to him, let him pick up a decent gain. Otherwise, our main zone beater is the shallow route. He can get good separation or good distance from everybody else, mainly because your other two routes on the far right aren't very good zone beaters, but they're great distraction routes. They go over the top, it distracts all the corner, the safety, anything that's remotely close to them, leaving your wide receiver, your X receiver, open underneath with the shallow. So that is a right hash play, but can you play it on the left hash? Yes, you can if you flip it. By all means, if you're on the left hash and you just love this concept and you're killing it, you can go right through it and run the same thing over and over again. Or if you're on the left hash and you just feel like you need to get those handful of yards, by all means, flip the play and everything else stays the same. All right, guys, short and sweet. Comments and questions, leave them in the comment section below. As usual, I'm in various social media sites. And again, I want to mention Discord. That is Discord. It's a good gaming or video game chat website. It's good for those who don't want to bother with the social media sites, but also want to communicate with me directly, instant text messaging, that type of thing. Of course, I got the website, got tons of content on there. I'm going to try to get back to adding more video playbooks for NCAA 07. I've just been busy doing other things. Also, if you want to email me, especially when it comes to rosters, I've sent one out today. Just email it to my Gmail account, go to the rosters page on the website, and you'll see all the instructions there. And as usual, do not forget to subscribe to anything you see listed above. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.